INFJs don't speak much, but they control everything. INFJs are known for their ability to quietly influence the world around them, often without even trying. Despite their introverted nature, they possess a unique presence that can shift the dynamics of a room and leave others wondering, what is it about them? In this video, we'll dive into why INFJs are so powerful, how their mystery captivates others, and the psychological reasons behind their ability to command attention and control the room. 1. The quiet leaders. INFJs may not be the loudest people in the room, but they often emerge as natural leaders. Unlike extroverted personalities who lead with overt charisma and assertiveness, INFJs influence others through quiet confidence, emotional intelligence, and deep understanding. They don't need to dominate conversations to have their voices heard. People are naturally drawn to their thoughtful insights and calm demeanor. This quiet leadership style allows INFJs to command attention without appearing forceful. Their ability to listen, understand, and provide thoughtful advice gives them a natural authority, making others look to them for guidance even when they aren't seeking the spotlight. In a team setting, an INFJ might remain quiet during a heated discussion, but when they speak up, their words carry weight. Their calm, reflective nature gives their opinions added gravity, often shifting the tone of the conversation in a more thoughtful direction. 2. Emotional influence without words. One of the most powerful traits of an INFJ is their deep empathy. They have an uncanny ability to sense the emotions of others, often without needing verbal cues. This emotional sensitivity allows them to connect with people on a deeper level, even if they aren't saying much. INFJs can change the mood of an entire room just by being present because they understand what others need emotionally, sometimes better than the individuals themselves. Their empathy also allows them to subtly guide conversations and interactions, steering people toward more meaningful and emotionally resonant exchanges. This ability to influence emotions without force or manipulation is part of what makes INFJs so powerful in social situations. Imagine an INFJ in a meeting where tensions are high. While others might react with frustration or anger, the INFJ quietly observes the emotional undercurrents, providing a calming presence that helps to diffuse the situation. Their ability to sense and respond to the emotional needs of others can turn the tide in their favor. 3. The mysterious aura. INFJs are often described as having a mysterious aura. They don't reveal too much about themselves, and their introspective nature means that they tend to keep their thoughts and feelings closely guarded. This mystery makes them incredibly intriguing to others. People want to know more, but INFJs only share their inner world with a select few. This sense of mystery can give INFJs a magnetic quality. People are drawn to them, not because they are the loudest or most attention-seeking, but because their depth and complexity are hard to ignore. The more reserved they are, the more people want to understand what's going on beneath the surface. At a party, the INFJ might not be the center of attention, but they often find themselves surrounded by people who are curious about them. Their quiet, introspective nature piques the interest of others, making them a subject of fascination without ever seeking the spotlight. 4. Commanding respect through values. INFJs are guided by a strong sense of integrity and personal values. They live their lives in alignment with their morals, and they won't compromise their principles, even in challenging situations. This unwavering commitment to what they believe is right gives them a quiet, but formidable, strength. Others may not always agree with the INFJ's stance, but they often respect their conviction and consistency. This integrity translates into silent power because people naturally respect individuals who stand firm in their beliefs without needing to shout them from the rooftops. INFJs don't need to demand respect. It's given to them because of the way they live their lives. In a work setting, an INFJ might decline to participate in a project they feel is unethical. While others may follow orders or go along with the group, the INFJ's quiet refusal, based on their values, can make a powerful statement and earn them respect, even from those who disagree. 5. Using silence as a tool. INFJs are master observers. They don't just listen to what's being said, they watch body language, notice tone, and pick up on the smallest of details that others might overlook. This observational skill allows them to gain insights into people and situations without needing to ask a lot of questions or draw attention to themselves. By staying quiet and observing, INFJs often know more about what's going on around them than the people who are talking. This gives them a strategic advantage in social interactions. They know when to speak, when to listen, and how to steer conversations in a way that benefits everyone. In a group discussion, while others might be debating loudly, the INFJ quietly listens and absorbs information. When they finally speak, their comment cuts through the noise with precision, addressing the heart of the issue and often leading the conversation in a new direction. 6. The silent command of presence. While INFJs may not dominate conversations, they often communicate powerfully through nonverbal cues. Their body language, facial expressions, and energy can influence the room without them ever needing to speak. This silent form of communication is particularly impactful because it's subtle but undeniable. People sense the INFJ's energy and are often drawn to them because they exude a calm, collected, and empathetic presence. In a stressful work environment, an INFJ might project calmness through their posture and facial expressions, which can have a calming effect on their colleagues. Even without saying much, their presence helps to diffuse tension and create a more positive atmosphere. 7. Knowing when to act. INFJs are highly strategic in their actions. They don't act impulsively. Instead, they carefully consider their options, weigh the pros and cons, and choose the path that aligns with their long-term goals and values. This calculated approach allows them to have a significant impact without needing to take frequent or bold actions. Their ability to be patient and wait for the right moment makes them powerful in both personal and professional settings. They might stay in the background for most of a project, but when they decide to act, their contribution is often the most impactful. In a business setting, an INFJ might observe and plan quietly while others rush to make decisions. When the time is right, they present their ideas with such clarity and precision that it shifts the entire direction of the project. 8. Balancing quiet strength with self-assuredness. INFJs might be introverted, but they aren't shy or insecure. They have a quiet confidence that comes from knowing who they are and being comfortable in their own skin. This self-assuredness allows them to stand firm in their beliefs and decisions, even in the face of opposition. They don't need external validation to feel confident, which adds to their power and mystery. Their introverted nature often surprises people because INFJs can appear reserved on the outside, but when they speak or take action, their confidence is undeniable. An INFJ might sit silently during a group debate, but when they finally express their opinion, it is delivered with such conviction that others can't help but listen and reconsider their own views. 9. A silent but powerful boundary. One of the more well-known traits of INFJs is the INFJ door slam. This happens when an INFJ feels deeply hurt or betrayed, and they decide to cut someone out of their life completely. INFJs are incredibly patient and forgiving, but when they reach their limit, they protect themselves by closing the door on the relationship, often permanently. The power in this comes from the fact that INFJs give so much of themselves to the people they care about. When they decide to walk away, it's a clear signal that something serious has happened, and the relationship may be beyond repair. This boundary setting can have a profound impact on the person being slammed, as they often realize the gravity of losing the INFJ's emotional connection. An INFJ might quietly tolerate a toxic friendship for years, but when they finally decide that it's no longer serving them, they'll walk away without looking back, leaving the other person to reflect on what went wrong. The INFJ's power doesn't come from loudness, dominance, or aggression. It comes from their deep understanding of people, their unwavering values, and their ability to influence without needing to control. Their mystery, empathy, and strategic thinking make them powerful forces in both personal and professional environments, often leaving others in awe of their quiet strength. So, if you're an INFJ, embrace your silent power. Know that your mystery, depth, and emotional intelligence are your greatest strengths. And if you know an INFJ, take a moment to appreciate the subtle but profound ways they impact the world around them. Stay safe and see you next one.